According to the U.S. Interagency Council of Homelessness, there were about 2,717 homeless people in Arkansas in 2019. I don't know if this is just me, but I think that number is way too high. While working at JJ's, I've encountered many homeless people. Many live on the street of Dixon, right outside of where I work. I come into contact with them very often when they come in to buy beer with their last amount of money, or even just say hi as I'm walking in. All of us have seen homeless people on the corners with cardboard signs asking for money. Some of us have donated money to them, and others have just ignored them. But either way, we all know what I'm talking about. Today I will discuss the problem of homelessness in Fayetteville, the solution to the problem, and how a solution will benefit the homeless people and everyone living in Fayetteville. 5 News Online says that the homelessness population is growing way faster than the general population. Since 2007, the general population has only grown 6%, while the homelessness population has nearly doubled. The Arkansas Democrat-Gazette wrote that 474 homeless live in Fayetteville alone. Think about all of the surrounding areas that also are facing this problem, like Bentonville, Rogers, and Bella Vista. Most homeless people in this area have some sort of income, whether it's donations or a small kind of job, but not nearly enough to make enough to support themselves with house, food, shelter, and everything they need. Obviously, we have a problem in this area, but what is the solution? How are we going to fix this and make the city a better place to live? My solution is that we contact and support our local representatives that want to end homelessness in the area. A major problem that this area faces is the fact that college students do not typically vote. Young people have a thing where they just don't know enough about voting and don't do it as often as older people. Most college students, like everyone listening to me, has either only voted once or twice or has never even voted in their lives. According to the state press, college students are the lowest voting demographic in the whole United States. Obviously, there's a problem. While the University of Arkansas is here, many of the population in Fayetteville is college students. So this is definitely something that needs to be fixed. We should all use our rights as voters and go out there and vote for local and state representatives that are going to look to fix this problem. The second way we can work towards this solution is by contacting these local representatives and talking to them about the issues that need to be fixed. We've all seen lately about how contacting by email or phone, how this can change something in a drastic way. This is just an easy way that's very simple and doesn't take much time to make a difference in your community. You can all find contact information on fayetteville-ar.gov. This is a very important part of the solution by just making sure that we have people that are knowledgeable about the issues we're facing in office. The reason that this is important is because representatives use laws to change the problems that we're having and laws to fix everything that's going on. Laws are the only way that we can make long-term changes to this issue. Many anti-homeless legislation laws criminalize homeless people and show that they're people that should be punished instead of aided. A way we can fix this is just by using our voting powers and contacting representatives so that they'll change these anti-homeless legislation and make it more of a way to aid instead of punish. So places like Seven Hills and the Salvation Army are places that we can just support and help to aid these homeless people and get into better lives with better working conditions and everything to help this problem in Fayetteville. So we see that contacting local representatives and voting for those who support the end of homelessness is very important. So what are the benefits to this solution that I've come up with today? So as I've said before, laws are the only long-term way of making changes. By changing laws, you change how everything is affected in the city and how people are either punished or aided. So right now, homelessness is a class that is not being taken care of and not being aided or protected under laws. So by creating these laws that aid homeless people instead of punishing them, it can change the long term and benefit them and everyone in our community. Also, laws can create things like subsidized housing and anti-biases. So because homeless are not protected, there's a bias against them when hiring and just walking through the streets. So by changing the laws, we can destroy this bias and make it better and easier for them to find jobs. Second, we just will have a cleaner and healthier city. We all know that with COVID-19 going on right now, that the city is not the healthiest it's ever been, especially with people living on the streets with no protection from the virus. As long as we use our power to get rid of this and to help and aid everyone in the city will just become healthier and cleaner overall, with less people living on the streets and more people being sheltered and just in better living conditions. Lastly, our city will just be doing a lot better with having everyone working, a better working class, and a better and faster economy. So instead of having people living on the streets and in poverty, we can help everyone get into a working class at least, so that our economy will start thriving, especially with everything going on. So today I've established that there's a homeless problem in Fayetteville. Although there's a problem going on right now, that doesn't mean that it has to go on forever. There are ways that we can fix this problem by contacting our representatives and using our rights as a voter to just improve our city. So everyone, I encourage you to use your voice to enact change in Fayetteville. 2,717 is too big of a number to be okay with. A simple phone call or email could change the city, so why not start now? You can find any contact information for local representatives at fayetteville-ar.gov.